Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So within today's video, we are going to be discussing Carrasco, Memphis Depay, and also Lionel Messi regarding their futures. Yes, you guys probably already heard that there is a potential swap move that could be made between Memphis and Carrasco. There's also been reports about Carrasco not going to FC Barcelona and that Atletico Madrid are not going to allow such moves. So we are going to be discussing exactly that and just the bigger picture of whatever Barcelona is trying to do. So if you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Welcome to this Barcelona family. I'm happy that you guys are here. If you guys are new here, again, I do want to welcome you guys. If you guys want to support this YouTube channel, please like this video and also feel free to subscribe to the channel. I do upload every day. I also do upload some shorts regarding whatever happens in FC Barcelona. So let's first talk about the Memphis and Carrasco swap move, and let me give you guys some context. There is currently just no plans regarding Memphis and FC Barcelona. Like, that thing is done. There has been no minutes that has been given to Memphis. He barely starts in matches. He barely gets substituted in any match, and Xavi Hernández just does not count on Memphis. Like, let's look at the past two games. During the extra time when Barcelona was facing Real Betis, Xavi Hernández did not even consider using Memphis Depay at all. We saw Ansu Fati come in, we saw Dembélé playing on the left, we saw Ferran Torres at one point taking on those areas on the left wing, and Memphis was just not seen. You look at the match between Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, Pedri was playing as a left winger, Ansu Fati moved into the striker position, Lewandowski was not there, Rafinha was playing on the right wing position, Ferran Torres was not at his best state. So at that time, we're like, okay, maybe we could see Memphis, but just like in the most previous game, which was against Real Betis, yet again, Memphis Depay was just not used. Memphis is still considered as the plan Z within the left wing position. Even Rafa Yusta has clarified this earlier today regarding Memphis, and he said this: he is our player and Xavi is very happy with him, but that does not mean that the technical management is not attentive to all possibilities, which is basically saying that they're very open towards Memphis leaving one day and very soon, which is now leading us towards the reports that came out about 45 hours ago, and it says here that Barcelona are willing to send Memphis Depay to Atletico Madrid if Atletico Madrid offer Carrasco in return. Now, again, I want to clarify, there has been other reports stating that Atletico Madrid do not want to give in Carrasco at all. Xavi has also given his approval to this possible move and will welcome his arrival. Barcelona does like this player. So let me give you guys a background on who this player is. Carrasco is a left winger and also does play as a left wing back. Carrasco is very good in terms of being in wide positions, very creative with his tendencies. He's not necessarily like world class, like I would say, like he's not like a Vinicius or a Neymar, but he certainly does have the pace. He certainly does have the 1v1s, his take on abilities. He also has the ability to go on the attack and the ability to go on the defense. The type of tendencies that Carrasco does carry with him is something that has been so needed on the left wing, and especially as a second option. So he has more spark, more flair. He loves defending, and way more than Memphis Depay. And also, this player is very experienced within La Liga, so I can see why Xavi Hernández was approving of this move. Now, let's say this does happen, because like I've said, I want to continue to clarify. It's a very 50% chance that this may or may not happen, but I don't think that Carrasco is going to come into this Barcelona squad to replace Memphis Depay as a whole. I think that most likely he will be here to replace Ferran Torres, and that is like the big picture of this whole thing. I think that Xavi Hernández in general is looking for any player to come in and strengthen the left wing position only because he wants to place Ferran Torres as a third option, and he's looking for that second option because right now the first options are Dembélé or Ansu Fati within the left wing, and I think that Carrasco is going to come in here to be the second option and Ferran Torres is going to be dropped as the third one. So even if it's not Carrasco, Ferran Torres is bound to fall down the option list, and I'm saying this because Ferran Torres has not been at his best. He has been very ineffective every time he is on the pitch, and I think that right now he is going through a moment where he does not feel so confident. He does not feel like he can provide something for FC Barcelona, and Xavi knows that that left wing position, it does need work. It does need to be greatly strengthened, because if you compare the right wing position to the left wing, the right wing is just dominant. You can place Dembélé, you can place Rafinha, two powerhouse players, and on the left wing you have an Ansu Fati who's currently trying to build himself again. You have Ferran Torres who has been very ineffective, and then Memphis Depay who's not even in the plans of Xavi Hernández. And so let's put this very clear. If Carrasco comes to FC Barcelona, he would be a very decent and strong option and a great second option. If he does not come in, I strongly think that Xavi Hernández will continue to look for another left winger. So now let's move on towards the next topic of today, and now let's talk about Lionel Messi, because I know that many have been asking, what are the updates regarding Messi? Could we see Messi return to FC Barcelona? And let me just say this right now, because I don't want you guys to bring your hopes up and just potentially think that Messi's going to be coming to Barcelona in about 4 to 5 months. Everything is all sunshine and rainbows, because it's not going to happen. I think that Barcelona right now is at the bottom of his list. Barcelona is the third option on where Messi Messi does want to go. And I'm going to go based off what we have been hearing, because who knows, maybe things might change and maybe I could be wrong. Maybe Messi tells PSG that he wants to hold off on any decisions and that he wants to make a decision in the summer. And then we could hear like Xavi call Messi saying that he wants Messi back at FC Barcelona, and who knows, right? Things could change, but at the moment Messi wants to make a decision in January, and his idea is to choose between two different options, which is to either go to Saudi Arabia or to renew with PSG. Now the Saudi Arabia deal is like so lucrative because it does say here, according to Mundo Deportivo, a Saudi club named Al Hilal is prepared to offer Messi a contract worth up to $350 million US dollars per year. I don't know how much that is in euros, maybe 290 million euros per year, but that is a lot. It is a lot of money, and it's going to certainly surpass how much Ronaldo does earn at his current club. So you can see that there could be a rival going on financially, right? And also club wise, because if Messi ends up joining this club, which is Al Hilal, would basically rival Cristiano Ronaldo and the club that he does play for, because they do play in the same league. So do I believe that Saudi Arabia is like over investing on Messi coming to this league? I don't think so, because the fact that they could have Messi versus Ronaldo and have them clash like 2 or 3 times a year during their season, the investment is gonna return tenfold. But here's going to be the big question, right? I'm really wondering what Messi is currently thinking right now, because what if Messi's just saying, look, I have completed everything, I have won everything there is in European football, I have won the World Cup, I'm 35 years old, let me just collect as much money as possible so I can retire in the best way possible and financially secure myself and my family. He could just say that and just say, I'm 35 years old, I'm gonna just go to the Saudi Arabia club and just earn $350 million per year. Because if you think about it, if Messi does end up joining that club and he stays there for like 3 years, he'll earn like $1 billion by the end of that term. So it's crazy and lucrative money. But this is what I do find very interesting, because I think that this is a moment, right? A moment that's gonna really show just how much of a competitive footballer Messi actually is. Because we know that Messi is very competitive, right? A competitive animal, like what Pep Guardiola did say. But to know just how much more of a competitive animal he could be will be based off the decision here. Because if he rejects $350 million a year just to win more silverware with PSG, that's going to be insane. It will truly show us that Messi still wants to win even more, because I think that Messi would want to position himself in a very impossible category that no player will ever reach. Because if Messi wins even more with PSG, that will be just, again, untouchable. There will be no player that will be able to touch his status. And you may ask, what could Messi possibly do? You just talked about how Messi won everything in European football. He won the World Cup, he won the Copa America. Like, what else could Messi really do? And we talked about this before, I believe. Like, I think it was about 10 to 15 videos ago, but I was explaining that Messi is missing one thing, and that is to win the Champions League outside of FC Barcelona. This was like a debate that was going on about 10 years ago. Many were saying, okay, Messi is doing so well under Pep Guardiola, he's winning all of these Champions Leagues with FC Barcelona, but we want to see Messi at a different club, right? So that's going to show how Messi, just how strong Messi actually is. If Messi wins Champions League with a different club, then we can say that yes, he's right next to Diego Armando Maradona. But I think that that debate is over. I think that Messi is at the same level of Maradona, if not even more. But I think that Messi would want to do this at the age of just 35 years old, just because he can, and just do a bunch of victory laps. Because if Messi could win the Champions League with PSG, again, that's just going to place him in a different category that you cannot and no other player can reach. There has been reports in France stating that Messi's priority right now is to renew his contract at PSG. And that is it, right? Like, maybe we could see Messi wanting to renew with PSG, win the Champions League, and win with Kylian Mbappe and Neymar. Neymar has only won one Champions League. Kylian Mbappe has never won a Champions League. So maybe Messi is going to want to do those two players a favor and win together. So that is the whole idea, right? It's either going to renew with PSG or to be convinced by the deal that Saudi Arabia wants to give him. And if all of those do fall through, maybe we could see potentially Barcelona coming into the picture and bringing this player back home. But that will be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for joining in, and I will see you guys in the next one.